All right, man, I think it's pretty clear at this point that the Texans got the best quarterback in this past draft class because he is not only playing like a great rookie, but he's playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the entire NFL, and I don't think that's a debate. We just saw him play against what was supposed to be the best defense in all of football and absolutely dominate them. So I want to go into that game and break it down just to see how good he actually played. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, first play here from C.J. Stroud against the Browns. All we got up top is a deep post. We then have a dig here. We then have this tight end helping with a chip and then getting out on a delay fade. And then this tight end is just staying in and blocking. And then the running back is just getting out and being a check down guy right here. So all Stroud's really looking at is this safety. If he drives down this end, we want to take the post because he's one-on-one with this corner. If this safety stays or he drifts back, we want to throw this dig. If neither one are there, we then want to come to our delay fade down to our check down. So pretty simple here. We're going to get in our drop. Hit our back foot. What is that safety doing? He's kind of flat-footed. Maybe you could argue that Stroud should be throwing this post right here because Noah Brown down here does win, but he doesn't like that the safety isn't driving down on this really hard, so he wants to throw this. He sees that Nico Collins has a step on Denzel Ward, so that's exactly what he does. Sees it, ball, right on the chest, and Nico Collins does the rest after the catch. CJ plays with amazing rhythm. He's on time. Look at him here. He sees that safety, brings his eyes back to the dig. He likes it, throws it. No hesitation, right on the money. Great first play. Next play here, another great one from Stroud. All we got up top, we have a clear out. We then have Dalton Schultz coming, acting like he's running a crosser and then getting out on a sail. And then we have Nico Collins behind everything, running a deep dig. Those are the main throws we're trying to hit on this play, but we also have his check downs, a chip here, and then just get out right here. We also have the running back coming across on a play fake and then getting out over here. We're using the play fake to try to get these backers to step up so they can't get in this window or in this window here. And then we also have this guy coming out and the running back coming out to try to pull them down even more to make sure that we have these big windows to throw into. So it's going to be sail first. So hit your drop. We're looking sail first and then the dig. And what he's looking at right here, he probably could be getting this ball out right now if he wanted to and putting it right here. He sees his hips are turned and he's running. He's not making a play on it. This guy is way too low to make a play on it. I think CJ could be getting this ball out now, but he feels pressure. So instead, he rolls out, keeps his eyes downfield, and still throws it, puts it right on the money. But Dalton Schultz drops it, as we all know. Obviously, this isn't CJ Stroud's fault, but I would say that he could get this ball just a tad bit earlier, but he feels this pressure from both of these guys winning inside, so he has to get out. And because of that, it makes him a little bit late, but he's still able to put a great ball on Dalton Schultz. He just has to find a way to catch that. I mean, it's right on the money. Next play here. This is a play call that I really haven't seen from anybody. It's pretty creative. All we're going to motion Nico out last second, get him out here, and then we're going to have Robert Woods come in and run a seam or like a post right here. And then we're going to have Nico Collins from the outside come out, slant it up like he's running a slant, and then get back vertical on a sluggo. And all CJ Stroud's looking at is this safety right here. If he drifts to the inside, let's take this. If he stays out with the sluggo, let's take this right here. And what you're going to see happen right here, going to motion him out. Stroud's going to snap the ball, getting his drop. You see that safety? He's drifting to the middle of the field here, which means Nico Collins is one-on-one, and Nico won his matchup. So Stroud, pressure in his face, doesn't matter, gets it out there. Probably not a perfect ball, but definitely good enough, especially with that much pressure in his face. Watch Stroud right here. He has that pressure on him. He has to get the ball out pretty quick here. He feels it, and right as he's getting ready to release it, boom, he gets hit. Still able to put a decent ball on him that's catchable for another big chunk. Next play here, another great job by CJ Stroud and another great play call on top of it. All we got is slant flat, so slant here, flat here. And then on the bottom of the screen, we have a seam here, and then we have an out and up from Metchie on the bottom. So to me, it looks like Stroud kind of pumps this over here. He's not really planning on throwing it. Maybe he is, and he doesn't end up liking it, so he comes back to this side. But either way, he looks over here first and then comes to this side over here, which ends up working out perfectly because the Browns right here are in cover 3. So this guy's in the middle of the field. This guy's in a third. So if this guy goes vertical right here and he's extending outwards at all, this guy has to run with him to make sure he's not wide open. Because if he doesn't run with this guy, C.J. Stroud can lead him to the outside and it'll be a touchdown. And when Metchie runs out like he's running an out route, it makes this guy right here forget about him, and he just runs this slow out route and then gets up the sideline, and that leaves a big hole for Stroud to be able to throw into. This is perfect design right here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So Stroud looks over there, gives the pump. Look at this seam right here. It's dragging this corner with him. This guy's the flat player, and all Metchie has to do is just get right in here and all this honey hole room right here. Stroud sees it, and right when he sees it, he lets it rip on the move, puts it right in the breadbasket like he always does. Love to see the pocket movement right here. Look over there, don't like it. Feel pressure, step up, on the move, keep your eyes downfield, get the ball out. Boom. Right on the money, great catch. Another huge chunk. Next play here, another great job by Stroud and another great design by Bobby Slowick. All we got here is this guy's going to come out and release on a deep corner. We then have this receiver coming across on a deep crossing route, and we're going to have Stroud boot this way, try to get the defense flowing this way to try to hit this crosser right here on the rollout. But to add to it, the Texans also added in this tight end right here to help chip right here and stay there for a pretty good while. And then he's going to release up the field into this area. Kind of as like if there was a flat and they were just running a 3 levels concept. So what you're going to see here is Stroud rolls out. He gets out on the boot. And when this guy releases, both of these guys charge at him. So if he wants to throw this crosser right here, he's not going to have time to because these guys are both coming. But what he does have is this guy releasing wide open because these guys are trying to be aggressive, and that's exactly why you have this right here. And when he sees that, just gives an easy throw, dump over the top, and his guy does the rest. It's a pretty fast tight end right there, if I had to say so myself. It's really easy to see what I'm talking about from this angle here. We're going to get the boot action, get everything flowing to the left. Stroud's going to roll out. That guy releases from him. JOK is super aggressive. Obviously, this guy is too. So they're both going to run at Stroud instead of one of them staying on the tight end right here, which leaves him wide open, and Stroud just dumps it over the top. And like I said, he does the rest and takes it to the crib. Next play here, we're going to get in our center once again. We're going to get another boot right here, try to get everybody flowing this way. And then all we're going to have is Nico Collins coming on a sneak flat across into a flat that's in the name. And then we have Dalton Schultz coming out on a corner, and we're kind of just going to try to high-low this right here off of the rollout. We're also going to get motion from John Metchie here to try to give more emphasis on this way, this way, this way, so Stroud can roll out of it. But what ends up happening is you leave somebody open right here, or free right here, assuming he's going to come down on the run so you can get out of it. But JOK does a good job extending out to not let Stroud get outside of him, which causes Stroud to get his eyes downfield quick and get the ball out quick, and that's exactly what he does. Puts it on Nico Collins, and then Nico Collins showing what he can do after the catch, getting some pretty crazy yardage. Watch how quick CJ has to get the ball out right here. Boom, play action. He's in his face. If he doesn't get that ball out right now, he's probably taking a sack. So that's exactly what he does. Nice and easy. Puts it on his chest out in front of him for a big gain. Next play here, this is Bobby Slowick just absolutely cooking. So what we're going to get is we're going to get this same little boot that we've been getting all day long, except this time we're going to motion this fullback in so he can crack this guy to make sure that CJ can get outside of him so he has time to throw. And all we're going to do is we're going to make it look like we're running that 3 levels concept that we've been running all day. So it's just crosser, deep corner, and then sneak flat right here. And you're basically just high-lowing it from the boot. But what Bobby Slowick does here is he gets Dalton Schultz to come out, and instead of cutting on the corner, he gives 2 steps to the corner and then cuts it back across the field. Everyone's thinking flow this way, flow this way, flow this way. And then Stroud sets up, comes back to the other side of the field, and you'll see what happens. He rolls out. You see you get this crack right here that allows CJ to move his pocket and get over here so he has all the time in the world to throw. You have the sneak flat. You have Nico Collins running the corner. But instead of this corner on top of everything, Schultz gives 2 steps this way and then cuts back across. And you see what that does to this safety. He's looking this way. Stroud sees it, gets his foot in the ground, delivers an absolute dime of a throw for a walk-in touchdown. This is extremely high-level play calling right here. Watch it. boot. Everyone's thinking right. Stroud sets up, ball, bow. Big time dagger. Next play here, another great job by Stroud, but another beautifully drawn up play by Bobby Slowick. All we got is we got Nico Collins on this extremely wide split out here, and then we're lined up with two guys in the backfield right here for a reason. So what this does, it's going to condense the defense down to where you have more room one-on-one with your best guy on their corner. And what the Texans are going to do here is they're going to motion this guy across, and if somebody runs with him out here, there's no way this guy, this linebacker, is going to be able to extend out and get underneath a slant by Nico Collins right here. So it tells you automatically you have one-on-one with your best receiver, and you probably want to take that throw. But if you didn't, you also still have just spacing over here with this guy getting motioned as the lead blocker, and then you have your running back coming out as a swing. So you would just go 1, 2, 3 to the swing, and the swing, if you throw it, would have a lead blocker. But since somebody does follow, what you're going to see happen, you have that wide split out there, leaves Nico one-on-one. Nico pretty easily wins. Stroud waits to make sure that he's open, throws it to him, right on his chest, and then Nico gets another big gain. But that's going to wrap up the video, man. Obviously, CJ Stroud is playing at an extremely high level right now, but I also hope I emphasized how good of a play caller Bobby Slowick really is and how much he's helping Stroud out. I think both of these guys are working together perfectly right now, and if they can continue to do that, they have a chance to beat just about anybody. But that's going to be it for the video, and until next time, I'll catch all of you guys in the next one.